Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Joe Davis here, Southern New Hampshire University. Let's take a quick look for Justice 103, the Correctional Systems class, about discussion 3-1. Okay, what the discussion question is going to ask is what are the challenges to prisoner reentry? And you have to discuss the differences, this is straight from the prompt, the differences of prisoner reentry and the challenges that today's prisoners face in successfully reintegrating back into society. No matter what you think, by and large, most prisoners will eventually get out of prison unless we go to life sentences for everything. So what we're really looking at in this, today's prisoners, early in the 21st century, what's going on today. Differences does refer to the past, where we can learn from our good deeds and our doodlebugs, our mistakes, things that we wish we had done a little differently. What are the challenges specifically that we need to do? And then what does successful reintegration back into society mean or look like, or what's our goal? The discussion rubric, again, you want to make sure that you have a comprehension of the topic. You posted by Thursday night at 11:59 p.m. in your time zone. You engaged, you replied to 2 other students. If you reply to me, that doesn't count as one of your 2 replies. I do appreciate that and think it's a really good idea, but it doesn't count as your 2. And then finally, the report writing mechanics, complete sentences, syntax, punctuation, capitalization. No typos. Okay, here is the substantive content. You can find this in Chapter 6. It's really, to me, an interesting one because, like I said, almost everybody's getting out of the county jail or out of the state prison system. So what are the types of challenges, things that are out there? Jobs, a way to support their family, a crime-free life, how do they live that? Quality work, some kind of meaningful employment, suitable housing, clean, safe housing. How can they maintain their family relationships, things that probably most of us take for granted. Take a look at President Bush's legislation where he wrote about mentoring and drug treatment programs and education alternatives to incarceration. This is under a Republican president. And in the Orange County jail system, we had a very active sheriff who was active in the Republican Party, had his eyes set on minimally state office. And we had a drug rehab program in custody that no judge could order you to, only when an inmate asked. We had gang members from different street gangs sit in that housing unit together because they wanted to get clean and sober. All right, so what are the basic needs that we all need, which of course we need to help a released inmate, otherwise they're coming back. And we have hundreds of years, 400 years of that, where we can look and say, well, we cut them loose and they failed again. Well, maybe we ought to look at doing something different. Just the thought. Okay, so they need transportation so they can get to a job. They need clothing, food, they need financial resources. It doesn't always mean a handout. It may just mean a start, a grub stake in the old days, if you will. Or somewhere where they can bank instead of going to the payday loan place or trying to cash checks. Housing, employment, some type of education or training. You've heard me say before, the awarding of GEDs in county jail systems, state prison systems, training. Again, I apologize, I keep thinking of where I worked, but it's where I have the best knowledge. We had a botany program, a gardening program that wasn't just to turn female inmates into gardeners, it was to train them to get jobs in the nursery industry, in sales. We had a 100% no recidivism rate out of that program. Okay, and then they need health care. So those are the basic things that are needed to survive, to be successful, or at least enhance the possibility of success upon release. Those are the things you need to talk about. Here's the music we had today. Keep those cards and letters coming and let me know what I can do to help you.